Hello, I'm back at Warriston Cemetery again. I could not show you this guy. He's quite happy sitting here. He's not bothered by me at all, or the camera. Oh, he's walking off. Okay, right, we gotta go this way. Yeah, we're starting today. We're by the Red Lady again, and then we're gonna head down this way. We've got a I think it's quite an interesting grave to show you. It's an interesting story anyway. Before we get into that though, yeah, I'm back at Warriston. I do come here quite often. There's two reasons for that. Number one is it's walking distance to where I live. That's number one. Number two, because it is the biggest cemetery in Edinburgh. Um, so based on that, there's more people here. So there's going to be more interesting people here. So more likelihood I'm going to do a video. So that's why I'm here quite often. Right, let's crack on with the reason we're here today. So yeah, we're going to walk just down here. We're going to see um, one of the co-founders of the Edinburgh Festival is buried along here. Yeah, so the grave we're coming to see is just over here. It is Felix Janowicz, or Janowicz, depending on your Polish pronunciation. Yeah, he was Polish nationality, born in Lithuania, in Vilnius, though, which was part of Poland at the time. And here he is, the final resting place of Felix. Yeah, so he was born 1762 and died 21st of May 1848. Yes, as I say, he was Polish. He was a composer and a violinist. He was also in exile from his home country. Um, he had spent some time in Europe though before ending up in Edinburgh, so he didn't come directly here. Yes, so co-founder of the Edinburgh Festival. So this was the Edinburgh Music Festival of 1815, and not the festival that you're thinking of with the jugglers and the comedians and all that. Although I like to think that that was probably this festival that he co-created, sort of set the seed for what was to become, you know, Edinburgh's association with festivals and entertainment. Right, so I do know a bit about the festival they put on. It was six classical music concerts, which they put on for charity. They raised £1,500, which in 1815 was a lot of money. Um, One of the beneficiaries was the Royal Infirmary, who I think they received like 20 grand or something like that in today's money, which is pretty good going. Yeah, so they put on six concerts. There was two venues: Parliament House, which is just behind St Giles Cathedral, and also on Leith Walk. There's no remnants of it anymore, but if I can find an image or a drawing, I'll put it on, or even just show you where it was. Something called Corrie's Rooms, which I guess was just a meeting hall or a venue or something like that. But yeah, sadly no longer with us. What else can I tell you about Felix? Well, yes, his wife is also here, uh, Eliza. Yeah, she died 1862, so she um, lived on another 12 years after he left us. Yeah, so they're both here. Okay, that's the final resting place of Felix Janowicz and his wife, Eliza. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick walk up to his house, um, because there is a plaque outside it. So we'll go and look at that as well, just to fill in the whole picture, really. Okay, just very quickly before we go to the house. So Felix is just over there. If I swing around this way, this grey obelisk here, because of the Polish connection, I'll just show you this as well. So this is Count Valerian Krasinski, a Polish patriot. Yeah, there's a count from Poland here. I love that. Right, this is Great King Street, and I'm looking for number 84, which I think is the one here. Um, you'll have noticed the change in the sky. This is actually the same day as I was at the graveyard, and this is Storm Dave just about to hit us. So yeah, I won't be here long, and then I'll be heading home to take shelter. Well, we're nearly at the end of the street. Well, we've got 74 here, so we must be getting pretty close to it. Okay, it's second to last door, number 84. And here we go. Co-founder of the first Edinburgh Festival, lived and died here, 1823 to 1848. Excellent. And just to give you an indication of roughly where we are, so that's there. If you come around this way, So Stockbridge is just that way. That corner there was Mrs. Doubtfire's shop. Do check out that video if you're not already. Yeah. Okay, right, that's Felix done. Okay, bye.